In this demonstration, you are going to get to see a milk of magnesia rainbow. So I have a beaker of water that I have added milk of magnesia and Bogan universal indicator to. So you can see right now we have a pH of somewhere between 9 and 10. Okay, it's a little bit more purple than 9, but not quite as purple as 10. So right now, this is a basic substance because milk of magnesia has magnesium hydroxide, which is a base. I've got it on a stirring plate. That's the sound you hear. It's a magnetic stir, and you can see that it's going to constantly stir this as I add the substances to it, or add the substance to it. So what I'm going to add is vinegar. Vinegar is acetic acid. And what you need to do is write down your observations of what is happening in terms of the concentration of hydrogen, which comes from acids, and the concentration of hydroxides, which comes from bases. So what I'm going to do is at each time, I'm going to add 20 milliliters of vinegar. So here we go. So you can see that I get a color change to peach, and it starts getting a little bit lighter. Continuing to get lighter and lighter. My pH is now at a 6. Now it's going back to green. Blue, so now I'm going to add 20 more milliliters of vinegar. We go back to blue, not quite as purple as it was before. Another 20 milliliters of vinegar. Another 20 milliliters of vinegar. You notice that each time I add the vinegar, we get a color change to peach, which is about a pH of 5, as you see there on your indicator colors. And then over time, we go back up to between a 7 or 8. The colors are a little bit distorted on the recording. Again, with 20 milliliters of vinegar. So you can see it stayed peach for a little bit longer this time. Now it's going back to yellow, back into green. So I'll add another 20 milliliters of vinegar. So what you need to do here is explain what is happening. Why do I get to peach and then come back to blue or green? What's happening in terms of my concentration of hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions? What's happening here? That's what you need to be explaining. All right, now we stopped at green. Okay, so we didn't actually make it all the way up to blue this time. So another 20 milliliters of vinegar. We're staying peach for a lot longer time this time. Now we're getting a slow change over to yellow. And again, your color here is on the video is a little bit distorted from what it really is. Now to kind of a lime green color. So with each progression of vinegar, it's taking longer and longer to get back to the original color. Alright, so another 20 milliliters of vinegar. Oh, I got a flash of pink that time. It's staying peach for a lot longer, starting to get a little bit of a conversion to an orangey yellow color. I don't think we're going to make it back to yellow or green this time. So what does that tell you? Write down your observations. What is happening with the hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion concentrations? Alright, another 20 milliliters of vinegar. Another little flash of pink at the beginning. And the top of it really is starting to stay pink. And you see pink is a pH of 4. So we're getting to a point now where we're staying acidic. I'm going to add one more little splash of vinegar here, 20 milliliters. And you can see now we are at pink, really kind of in between the pink and the peach. And we're staying with an acidic pH. So you need to write a paragraph about what you just observed in terms of pH and in terms of the concentration of hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions.